Hey, the stream might have went live just because I wanted to get it live before midnight, but I haven't actually started yet. It's not really. Let me just see here. Um, HTML. Yeah, is that live? Okay, yeah. So I'm not actually ready to start yet. I was doing like real work until a few minutes ago. I'm lucky that I even got on before midnight, so I click go live just to get the timestamp, but I still need a couple of minutes to set up, so I guess I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Um, yeah. Anyone watch yesterday's show? It was, we were working on this tortoise puzzle, but I put it away when the show ended, so I basically didn't finish it. I might finish it, but I'm not going to do a show on it. Those puzzle ones, I'm willing to stick with them if I can get it done in one day, even if it takes like 6 hours, I'll do it. But I don't want to spend 2 days on a jigsaw puzzle. I've decided that jigsaw puzzles aren't worth multiple days. I suppose if I'm like interviewing someone and that's like somehow makes it interesting, then maybe then I'll do it. But it's really not worth it. I'll just start talking about the stuff you see on my desk. So I got the Ugears puzzle, Dream Cabriolet. So we're gonna work on that. I also have a menu there. They opened this sandwich place on my block. I just want to show you the menu. It's interesting. And then there's another thing there you can see. It says AR game console. That showed up today, and I actually was planning to do that today. But then the real work thing, like even if the real work was going to go until 11, I was already going to not do that thing and do the Dream Cabriolet because I want to have some extra time for that and make it fun. But as you see, I didn't finish my real work until like 11:50. So I'm lucky to even be here by midnight. But anyway, that AR game console, it looks like a little Pikachu doll, but it plays like a Wii. Like it's got the controllers that you can like swing around like a tennis racket. It's got built-in games. I haven't opened the box yet, so I don't really know really too much about it. But it sounds like fun. I want to try it, and I guess one night we will. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another night. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still setting up. I got maybe a minute or two left. I'm actually just doing the green screen, which is the most annoying thing. I don't know why. I do know why, because I don't have anything to hang the green screen on yet. So I attach it to the rig at one end with magnets, and then I attach it to the other end. I put a like a camera tripod, but it's not tall enough, so I attach another thing to the top. And then there's no crossbar, so it's like weak. So basically, my green screen, I need to work on it. I need to get something. They're like cheap. You can get them for like, I don't know, 40, $50, like something to hang the green screen on. But I got to pay taxes this month, so I don't know when I'm going to get it. This reviewing, it's actually a nightmare for paying taxes because they charge you for the objects you review as if they were cash. So I review them, and then I give them the way to Salvation Army, but the IRS treats them like they were cash. So like, if this puzzle sells for $40, they treat it like I made $40. I mean, I can't do anything with this money. I can't like pay utilities with it. I can't pay mortgage with it. And all I do is I do it on a stream on a channel which is not monetized, and then I give it away. But IRS perceives that as like $40. And it's not just IRS. It's like it's perceived as income. So like when my kids go to college, it's like they subtract the money from these objects that I got to review, which I don't keep, and I basically don't get any money because the channel's not monetized. So I don't know. And when I make this complaint at home, my son says, so stop reviewing it. But I just feel like, I don't know, I'm going to be 50 in 9 months. I've so far done nothing with my life. And if the best thing I could do is like review wooden puzzles, then I'll do them. Anyway, so the green screen is set up now, but I haven't set up everything else. So let's work on that right now. All right, let's go through. So that's the iPad. That looks good. Wheel of Fortune looks good. Studio Cam looks good. All right, that's good. All right, let's go on HDMI 1, where we have camera 1, camera 2. I'm going to describe these all as camera 3, camera 4. I'm going to describe these all as looking like good enough. They don't look great. There have been nights where they're better, but I don't have time to deal with it. So these are the cameras for tonight. Sorry if you're like watching this. When it later gets compiled into the Ugears build of this Dream Cabriolet, and it seems like, what is this idiot talking about? Yeah, it's going to seem like that. Sorry. Hopefully I remember to trim this video so that you don't hear all this like ranting and raving at the beginning. All right, that was me turning on the YouTube channel. That's done. Now I got to turn on the control panel. I'll just turn on, I guess, camera 3, right? And then you'll see what that's all about. You'll see how that works. So I just all right. So it's already here. I'm just gonna go in and add it as podcasts and build playlist. It's not for kids. Not that it's not for kids, but it's just not specifically for kids. And then we go into the little, what do they call this place? The live control room. I'm not even sure what it's for. To be honest with you, I think if you just launch the video live, that works better. Anyway, all right, so all we got left to check is picture-in-picture. All right, that looks about right. I mean, close enough, right? The other picture-in-picture is me. How you doing? All right, there's the clean one. There's the clean instructions. Oh, the scoreboard. Let's get the scoreboard up there. So this is day 17. All right, give me a second to get the scoreboard up. Day 17. Okay. Display the scoreboard. Does it look like it's floating on the screen? It does, right? I got to get it to where it's supposed to be. All right. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's a little bit off. I don't have a lot of time to make it perfect. One more thing which you can't see. You know what? Let me turn on camera 3 so you can see it. Can you see my monitor up here? It looks real crazy, right? I can make it look like even crazier if I go here. And then you're seeing the ATEM Mini monitor mode where you can see the cameras on the ATEM Mini fed into the YOLO box monitor mode, which here's the YOLO box. But if I click this, then I get kind of a preview of the other cameras, and you're like seeing this live action, like live, and then you're seeing it here, and then you're seeing it here, and here, and here. And you can even see it down here. It's like 8 times on the screen. So anyway, then we go into this one. Why was I doing all this? Oh, so you can see that this is going to change to program out. And what that means is now I'm going to see what you see, but I'm going to see it like 20 seconds earlier. So that's why it's important to have that, because if I look at the screen, I'll be kind of screwed up because it won't be on the right time. All right, so next we have to start the puzzle. So what page are we on? Page 37? All right, let's find page 37. So we're past halfway, right? No, we're about halfway. There's 76 pages, and we're on page 37. All right, so there's page 37. But I think we need to do something else first. So, yeah, page 37. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. I just want to show you a couple of things really quickly. First of all, we got our cards in case we need to talk. I'll probably take the first one out to talk about while I'm unpacking the puzzle. So here's that sort of, you ever buy one of those video games where it plugs like, it's like, maybe they'll give you like a controller and then it plugs straight into the TV and then the controller has the games on it. This is kind of like that. It's got this little like Pikachu thing here. I don't know what you want to call this. It's like some little anime character or whatever, some little fluff ball character. And they're showing this like blue lines coming out of it. And they're showing this person swinging like a tennis racket, wearing a tennis headband. And then on the screen, you see like some Fruit Ninja type of game. So I guess it's not really a tennis racket. It's probably more like a ninja sword that she's holding. Or maybe it's this little girl. See, the little girl's here and the big girl's here. So the big girl maybe is playing tennis and the little girl is playing Fruit Ninja. So basically, I'm going to plug this direct into the A10 Mini. It's going to show up on the YOLO box, going to show up on your screen. And then I'm going to turn on split screen and you'll see me, playing this game. But that's not going to be tonight. That's going to be another night. And then something I want to start tonight, though I don't know how far I'm going to get into it. They opened right in my neighborhood in Annandale, Staten Island. It's called Brooklyn Italian Heroes since 2022. So it's 2023. It's like first quarter 2023. So, or is it technically second quarter? It's the first few days of the second quarter. So I think this opened somewhere else. I think it opened in Bensonhurst in 2022 and now it's in Staten Island. So basically what's interesting about this, I'm not going to flip through it all now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is on the back. So all of these pages, these are names of mostly Italian American people, and the sandwiches are named after them. So it's called like Brooklyn Italian Heroes. So heroes are like sandwiches. Italy is like a country, a food thing. People like Italian food, but the way they're kind of taking this, it's like Brooklyn Italian Heroes. They're taking another meaning of Italian heroes. Instead of just the submarine sandwich, they're taking heroes of Italian culture and they're naming sandwiches off of them. So I might read some of these each night. Maybe let's look at the back page right now. Not spend a lot of time, but okay. John Bon Jovi, very Jersey. Very Jersey. I don't know if it's very Italian. I think his Italian spelling of his name might be a little different, but might pronounce the same. It says Cappy Ham Sweet Soprassetto. With smoked mozzarella, lettuce, tomato, olive oil, salt, pepper, and oregano. That one might be a little boring. We're not gonna spend time with this tonight, but I think I'll chip away at this each night and read you some of the others. Some of them are pretty good, but I'll save that. So let's get into the puzzle tonight. Because I'm starting so late, I probably won't go that long tonight. Sorry about that, but let's do something. And while I'm taking out the puzzle, let's start on one of these questions that we've been doing. So let's see. What are the most expensive baggage travel fees? I don't even understand the question. What are the most expensive baggage travel fees? Well, the baggage travel fee is what it is. I don't know what they mean by what are the most expensive. Are they asking me like who charges the most? Like what company? Or what type of baggage fee? It's probably by weight. Or I don't think it's by size. It's probably by weight. Most expensive baggage travel fees. I don't even understand what they're asking, so I don't know how to answer it. Do you have any guess? What are the most expensive baggage travel fees? They're asking what are the most expensive baggage travel fees. Do you have any idea what that could be? Okay. Yeah, airplane. Okay, but I was assuming airplane, but the fact that you're saying airplane makes me think, maybe I should be thinking about some other types of baggage, like maybe shipping or maybe metaphorical. Don't they sometimes talk about people having like metaphorical baggage? Like maybe if you take the bags on the plane, that would cost less than shipping them separately, right? All right. I got the puzzle almost out, so let's go. I'm going to read the answer on this one. I'm not going to spend all day debating this. All right, let me just get out a couple more tools here because I got all sorts of pieces that have fallen out through the, we're up to day 17, so a lot of pieces have fallen out. And I don't want to leave them in the box because then I'll be like searching for them. I got to get them on the table. All right, I think that's them. There's also a bunch of like rubber bands and toothpicks that they're going to want us to use to assemble this, so I'll get to them. All right, let's look at the answer. So the question was, what are the most expensive baggage travel fees? And the answer is anything you take into space. Okay, so it was a good answer, not how you asked about the airplane, because actually that led to me thinking there are other things besides airplane, and that's what the answer is. Anything you take into space. It currently costs £10,000 a pound to supply the International Space Station. If you're a space-bound, pack light. I guarantee you Enzo would have got that answer, and he probably would have known the exact number. All right, so I whiffed on that one. Some of these are tough because they don't like word them really well. It's kind of like you have to know what they're thinking. It's not like an SAT question where you can usually, someone's gone, like a team of people have gone through it and made sure it's an answerable question. All right, so let's get back to the instructions here. So page 37, we're going to be dealing with boards 4 and 5. And the first instruction is to just make 5 toothpicks. 5 toothpicks in the 2Z size, which is the smallest size. So we need another question, because otherwise we're just going to be sitting here clipping toothpicks. Although 5 toothpicks will go pretty quick. All right, so 5 toothpicks. I got to increment the scoreboard up to 379 for 5 toothpicks. And let's see what the next question is. Why is it not coming up this time? How much power would you need to simulate the human brain? So I assume what they mean by that is you're going to use a computer and you're going to simulate a neural network and you're going to power it on. So they're probably going to compare it to something. I mean, I don't think they're expecting me to give the wattage, but maybe they are. And they're going to compare it to something, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. Because if you know that the human body is only using 2,000 calories per day, then that's sort of setting a limit. So, is the brain the part of your body that uses the most calories? Like, I don't think that that's correct, because it might be. It might be for a sedentary person. But, for example, you read articles about Michael Phelps eating 8,000 calories per day, or Brian Shaw eating 10,000 calories per day. And, if the average person is having 2,000 calories a day, and let's say they're spending half those calories in their brain, that's still nothing like Michael Phelps burning an extra 7,000 calories with his body and Brian Shaw, unless burning an extra 9,000, unless you think Brian Shaw is burning those calories with his brain, not his muscles. I mean, he's like 6'8" and 400 pounds, so I kind of think it's muscles. By the way, I guess I wasn't holding the other end of that toothpick good, and it shot off like a rocket. I'm just going to see where it went so that nobody got hurt. I don't know where that toothpick went. It took off like a rocket. I got to go check the the room to make sure nobody gets hurt. So give me a minute. Alright, I was cutting the toothpick and it launched. And I'm just making sure it didn't land over here, because I don't want anyone to get hurt. Alright, it's not here. I don't know where it is, but it's not there. Alright, that toothpick will show up at some point. I don't know where it went, but it doesn't look like it went anywhere dangerous. So we have 4 of those little 2Z size toothpicks, so we need 1 more. Let me make sure I'm holding it tight this time so it doesn't launch again. I didn't hear it hit. I feel like it would have hit the monitor, but I didn't hear it hit the monitor. But also it's light. Anyway, there's the 5 toothpicks. Why don't 5, right? All right, so let's see the human brain question, then we'll go back to building. Let's see the answer on this. Wow, it's quite an answer. A simulation using standard computer chips requires 10 megawatts. The amount of power generated by a small hydroelectric power plant. Fortunately, we only use about 25 watts to power our brains. Otherwise, think about the electric bill. So 25 watts. Doesn't sound like a lot at all. So we're definitely not using half our power for the brain. I thought it'd be much more. I think that's low. I think that people are using more. Anyway, so now we're going to start assembling with these toothpicks. And I think we're doing the reverse of this door. So we did one door. And I think now we're going to do the other side door. It's probably going to be like a mirror image of this door. And the pieces we start with are 160, 161, and 129. All right, so like these are all door pieces here. This is a door piece. It's a good thing we grabbed them. We're going to need them all, but they're not the ones we need first. First, we need 160 and 161 and 129. 129 is a circle. It's right here. It looks like a Target logo. All right, there's 169. No, 129. We need now 161 and 160. Here's 160. We got to figure 161 is somewhere around here. I think we're going to need this in a minute, this 133. All right. And we're going to need this. Yeah, we're doing the mirror image of the door. So we've seen a lot of this stuff already. Where's 161? Oh, there it is, 161. Got a 32 on it. All right. So the toothpicks go into this 161 piece while you're holding it facing the 32. They sort of go in there. And I think they go flush. I don't recall really. Let's do them flush, and if we need to move them later, we will. All right. Whoops. I'm gonna have toothpicks flying all around the room today. Okay. Seems like that metal is a little too strong for pushing in a toothpick. I should use the wood. Ooh, that one went in too easy. All right, now this piece, which has 33 written on it, goes right on top of that first piece. Right on top of the 2 toothpicks, really. If we can get this done. All right. Let's see. All right. Got them lined up. Let's smash them on with this thing. Use a second piece of wood to push them in. They're not going in. What's going on? Are they not lined up? This one's in. This one's not lined up. Okay. Good thing I stopped pushing. All right, let's try again. All right, now it's in. All right. And this one goes, the circle is going to attach to this. I believe the circle is actually the side view mirror on the car, if I recall from the other side. So this one, all right, let's get it flush. So the 2Z that we, it most commonly has us cut, that 2Z size, it's basically double the length, double the thickness. The 2Z's length is double the thickness of the plywood. So basically when you cut a 2Z, it means you're going to be hooking 2 pieces together. And the 2Z piece is going to go completely from the front of one to the back of the other, but not stick out. So there you go. Did we add those 3 pieces? Not yet. So we're up to 382. All right. Next, we observe that piece. And next, we add 2 more pieces, which are right here, 132 and 133. So that brings us to piece 384. Okay. All right. Now, how do we get this? Let's make sure we got the angle right. All right, they show it like this. I remember we broke, I think it was this piece on the other side, so let's try not to break it this time. All right, they want this piece to go through the very last square. Easy enough, right? Oh, the very last one on the top row. All right, let's get that in there. Oh, why isn't it going in? I'll wiggle it a little bit. See, that's what slowed us down with the other door. Every one of these squares, we've got to put a piece in, and apparently they're pretty tight fits. And if I sand this piece, then it's going to be, then it's going to be loose. So let me try just waxing it a little bit. All right, we got the orientation correct. I think so. Got this piece waxed a little bit. See if that's enough to get it in there. Or if indeed we have to sand it. I know this piece is like prone to breaking, so that's why I gotta be careful pushing this in. Can't like just try to slam it in. So I'm like shaking it around, which is annoying. But all right, let's try using this piece. Something just broke. Well, there you go. That's a big fail. The piece just broke off. Now, it's not going to be long enough on the other side. And not only did it break off, I can't even get it out. It's stuck in there. Wow. Let's use the metal to push it out. We probably should have sanded it. And then it wouldn't be, it wouldn't have broken off. It'd probably better to be loose than broken. Because now it's broken. And it's broken, but it's stuck in there. I feel like these models and their imperfections are ruining my podcast. I want everything to be successful and happy, but these pieces keep breaking on me. and leads to complaining. And who wants to listen to complaining? I gotta improve this situation somehow. I gotta start talking about positive things that's gonna make everyone succeed in all their dreams. Fitness, finance, whatever else your dreams. All right, so this is in there, but because it broke, it doesn't go through the other side, which means that when we get to this piece, because we're doing these two sides, it's like not going to attach here, but it looks like it's pretty strong otherwise. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Like, for example, there's attachments here that are going to pin that in. So I don't think it's going to be crucial that this broke here, but let's find out. Let's keep building and we'll find out. All right, so now we need to put in 15 pieces, 162 through 176. So that's going to bring us to 399. So we're almost at 400 pieces. 399 pieces. All right. Now, we got to get those pieces out, 15 pieces. We got to punch them out, and we got to put them into this. Oh, by the way, we were supposed to attach to here. We were supposed to attach this, but we couldn't because it didn't go through. So I don't know what to do. I don't have a mini vice clip, but at some point we got to make that. I think it actually goes like this. All right, so you see here there's another circle, and you see here there's a pin. Those are going to keep this on. But right now, we just have to remember that it needs to go there because there's nothing to keep it on right now. All right, so we're going to punch out 15 pieces, and they're all going to go in there. And those pieces are 162 through 176. So we need a question. Are there more atoms in a grain of salt or sand? Are there more atoms in a grain of sand or in all the stars in the universe? Are they asking if there's more atoms in a grain of sand than there are stars in the universe? Or are they asking if there are more atoms in a grain of sand or in all the stars in the universe? Because if that's the case, there's obviously more atoms in all the stars. I mean, what kind of question is this? I think what they really mean to phrase this, are there more atoms in a grain of sand or more stars in all of the universe? That's what they probably mean to say. All right, so if they meant it the way they phrased it, then it's more stars in the universe. There's no way that, then there's more atoms in the stars in the universe, because there's no way that there's more atoms in a grain of sand than in the stars in the universe. But I don't think that's what they meant to say. I think they meant to say, are there more atoms in a grain of sand than there are stars in the universe? I think there's more stars in the universe, right? I mean, they didn't say galaxy. They said universe. So, all right. I mean, how many atoms could possibly be in a grain of sand? I don't know the precise answer to either. I just think there's got to be more stars in the universe because, excuse me, my understanding is there's almost like infinite stars in the universe. Not infinite, but a mind-boggling number. And if there's a mind-boggling number also in the grain of sand, then I don't know how big a grain of sand is. It seems, though, like a setup, like you think there's more stars in the universe, so they're going to pull the rug out from underneath us and it's going to be more atoms in a grain of sand. It seems like that, but I just don't think that's possible. It's got to be the other way around. All right. So, well, let's see here. All these pieces, right? 44, 42. They have numbers on them. In addition to, they have numbers outside, But then when you punch them out, they have numbers on them, which is helpful for keeping them in order. So like this is the bottom row. It actually starts with this 42. And then it goes in order, 43, 44, and stops at 48. So here's the first three evens, 42, 44, and 46. And this circle is done. No more pieces there. All right, 41. That's the rightmost one in the top row. 35 is the second one. Not sure where that's going to go, but I'll just kind of put it there for now. So we finished another circle, but this one didn't pop out accidentally, so I'm not going to pop it out intentionally. 38. Just putting them in order. 49, and then when I think I've got them all, I'll check and confirm and get the ones I'm missing. 43. This looks like one of those ones that's going to go through and catch that other piece. That piece that where it broke off. See how this is extra long? That's probably going to catch that. This is 43. Yeah, I think that's right. Well, we'll find out. 42, 43, 44. All right, 47. It's another one that's extra long. So it's going to catch something. Not sure what. 46, 47. 40. Do we need 40? Yeah, we do. $40, 41. All right. 41, 40, 39, 38. We need 37. Here's 48. And there's 46. I thought we already had 46. I guess we had 45. 48 has pieces in two directions, and so does 47. 47, 48. Whoa, 46 broke. It broke on the way out. I think we had a broke one on the first door too. It's probably tough to get the door perfect. It's easy for the official people who produce the puzzles because they could just print another board for any pieces they break. I don't have that luxury. If I break a piece, the piece is broken. What are you going to do? All right, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So what's that? 7? Are there 7 on the bottom row? There are. Top row has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more for the top row. Top row goes from 34 to 41. So we need 34 and 37. Are they on this? Look at this. We got another series of pieces that look like the ones we're working with now. I don't know where else those are going to go. Right, 34 and 37. Are they among the pieces we accidentally punched out? I don't know. If they are, I don't see them. They're actually pieces. Well, they say 34 and 37 on them, but they're probably pieces like in the 160s or 170s. Oh, look at 37. Look at this piece. It's crazy. It's like a huge piece. Yeah. Yeah, 37's a crazy piece. Oh, there's 37. We still need the first one, 34. Where is 34? I'm tempted to move on without it. All right, let's just check really closely here. Maybe we'll find it. I don't see it, which makes me think that I accidentally popped it out some other time and it's like sitting in this box. It is. It's exactly where it was. There's 34. It was sitting in the box because it probably fell out some other time. All right, so let's get our answer about the grains of sand. If all the stars in the universe were turned into atoms, you could fit them into one grain of sand and still have room left over. With all the atoms inside you, you are a universe unto yourself. Well, they kind of changed the question. They're now saying the atoms inside the stars would fit in a grain of sand. But that wasn't the question. The question was, are there more atoms in a grain of sand or in all of the stars in the universe? So the question and the answer don't match. If all the stars in the universe were turned into atoms, you could fit them all into one grain of sand and still have room left over. With all the atoms inside, you are a universe unto yourself. That's nonsense. Are there more atoms in a grain of sand or in all the stars in the universe? Yeah, the question and answer don't match. So, I don't know. I think that whoever made this deck thought it's like easy to make a deck of cards, and turns out it's not that easy. It's going to take it some play testing at least. All right. Instruction wise. All right, so we collected all of the 15 pieces. Now we have to kind of put them onto these two pieces. So let's get to it. All right. So how do we even hold this thing? Did I put this on the wrong direction? No, that's the right direction. All right, but this needs to go here. So I think what we want to do first is pin this on. So what piece does that? Not really sure. I think I'm going to have to hold off on this because I don't want to put the wrong piece in there. So if I put them on in order, that's the way to avoid putting the wrong piece, I think. So this piece is 33. So the piece next to it is 34, I think, right? I mean, that makes sense. 34 goes after 33. Hopefully these pieces don't break in the process of going in. I mean, this is how I broke the last one, right? Pushing it with this thing. I don't know. Am I going to break it again? Or is it going to go in? Wow. It like smooshed in. It didn't pop in. All right, now. I guess 34 goes next. No, we already did 34. 35 goes next. Just trying to get that lined up so I can push on it. Not as easy as it looks. All right, that's lined up now. I can start pushing on it. There we go. That's in. So 36 has to go to this bottom row, right? I guess I'll know when it's time to attach that mirror or that window piece because there'll be a long connector. For example, this 37, which is coming up now. That's kind of a long connector. So is that going to hold on to this window piece? I'm not sure. Maybe. Let's see. All right. If this has to line up with this. And when we do that, yep. Yeah, that second one's a hit. All right. Okay. So now it's on. So that piece that broke, no big deal. We still got a good connection out of this piece. All right. We still got 4 more of these pieces. Wow. All right, so I guess 38 is next. I guess the toothpick is going to get accessed from the other side. Doesn't kind of match here. What's happening here? All right. Get this on. All right. 39. All right. I hear a pop, but it's not fully in. Well, at least we didn't break anything yet. On the other side, we broke this piece, so... Well, we broke on this side, we did break a piece, but it was just, it ended up not being a big deal. The other side went worse, but you know, we're not done with this side. Maybe something's gonna screw up on this side too. Hopefully not, but you never know. At 41, and then we move to the second row. All right, get that in there. All right. So there's half of them. Not totally flush, right? I think it could go a little tighter, but I don't want to break the piece that it's connecting to. Yeah, I don't want to play with it too much. That's pretty tight. That's tight enough. All right, so 42 goes next. They just go right in order. You really can't mess up if you just pay attention to the numbers on them. So like 41 is there now. 41 is there now. 42 goes on next. That's the next piece, 42. So, and then also some of them connect to the bottom row and some of them connect to the top row. So you really can't mess up unless you break pieces. You're probably not going to mess up the order, but you might break pieces. I can't promise you won't do that. Now here's the first long piece that goes in. And I also think, look at that slant. Is that even intentional? I don't think it is. I don't think it's supposed to be slanted like this. I'm not sure how I can fix it at this point. Yeah. It's, you see here, there's a space, and then after that, everything is slanted. So I gotta try to push it back a little bit if I can. Maybe does it start with this piece? I think they're just all going to be slanted. I don't think I can push that back. All right, here's 43, which has a long connector. Wow, it's going to be tough to get that in there, especially with this slant. It's causing it to catch. It's like, you see, it's like the inside of it is catching on the prior piece. But it's already slid in below. It's tricky. I don't want to snap anything. I don't want to flake anything. But I want to get this in there. Wow. Not happening. I remember it was the same thing with this long piece when we were working on the other door. I remember we got stuck at this same piece. Definitely doesn't, that slant is not helping. That's a problem that I don't know how to correct. you know it's going to go flying in when it actually does start moving. So let's push it back out and sand it a little bit. All right, pushed it back out. Waxed it instead of sanding it. There's definitely like a little change there. It's like skinnier at the end than at the back. All right, we got it in. 43. 44, right? No, 40, 45? So the previous one was 44? I can't even tell. Let's see if we can read the number on that. Yeah, that's 44. And this one's 45. I can't read them with my eyes. I can only read them on that close-up camera. I hold them under the close-up camera. I look at the monitor. Suddenly I can read them. As I've mentioned before, I'm going to be 50 in a few months, so probably don't have as good eyesight as I once had. Actually, I could read them if I take my glasses off, but I almost broke this piece while chatting because I used it as support, and it's not strong enough for that. I don't want to be constantly taking my glasses on and off. I put my finger behind this piece, and it's not strong enough for that, so I got to be careful not to do that. I might have made some breaks, but they were like internal. It didn't completely snap, but like I think there were some internal like breaks. All right, here's 47. We're almost to the end, but there's not much to use for support. I definitely do not want to touch that or you'll break it. All right, let's try waxing this piece. Doesn't fit, wax it. Then I probably will. Wow. Something flaked. And it's not fully in. Try to get that in. All right. Close enough. Last one. It hooks to the bottom. It kind of doesn't hook to anything. You could put it in from the side if you wanted to. But let's just do it like all the others from the back. All right. That's moving on. Next, we're going to use 2 of these toothpicks, and we're going to connect 177 and 178. So we're over 400 pieces. How about that? 177 and 178. Where are those pieces? Maybe this board? 177. There's 177. There's 178. So there's the 2 pieces. They actually are labeled 49 and 50. So they're just like those pieces we've been working on. How they have the little ink numbers on them, 49 and 50. So they probably go, follow that pattern. They probably go after 49, probably goes after 48, and 50 probably goes after that. So that means that the toothpicks, however you want to think of it, they're going to connect these 2 pieces in such a way like this. If you don't have if you're not looking at the numbers, meaning the numbers are on this side, so numbers are on this side, so we're going to put it like this. And the toothpick's just going to go right through both pieces. Obviously, it's going to connect them both. All right, let's put them in this piece first. I think we found yesterday that if you put it through here, and then you line it up. That's like the best way to get it in there. Alright, let's do the same for the other one. Put it through the tool. Line the tool up with the piece. And then push it in. Actually doesn't work for the second piece because the first piece is in the way. I don't know if I'd done the other piece first if it would have worked. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure at this point. Alright, let's get that in. Alright, those pieces are together. 401. I think it's like, can go a little bit tighter. Yeah, bottom one. It's not all the way through. Now it is. Alright, good. Now where does this go? At the end. So this is 49, so it goes here. And actually, this piece is going to line up with these pieces. So that's actually kind of obvious where that goes once you know the pattern. All right. That's done. It actually looks much better than the other side. I think so anyway. Let's see. 37. So now we're up to, so we crossed 2 thresholds. We're on to page 38 and we're over 400 pieces. I know it's been a short episode, not even an hour. I usually like to go over an hour. So maybe we should do 5 minutes more. But you know what? I worked really late today. And by the way, I forgot to put the cable into the YOLO box. It's down to 74%. I mean, we definitely could get 5 more minutes out of it. But I don't want to get into... Okay, you know what? We can get a little bit into page 8. Okay, page 38. Because if you look at how it starts, we start off putting the toothpicks through this. And then we put it through this. So let's do that. So, and then we'll stop. So we're going to stop mid-page tonight, which is rare for us, but we're going to do it. So first they want 8 2Z sections. And then they want to grab this piece and 2 152s and 2 half toothpicks. It doesn't say it here, but I remember it from the last set of instructions. Oh, you know what? Are they asking for the top cut? Yeah. I'm not sure. Anyway, I remember from last time we have to cut a toothpick in half. And they want 8 2Zs and 2 152s in this piece. So that's 13 pieces. So we're going to be up to 414. And we're going to be over an hour. And we're going to attach these pieces together. So that's good. And then we stop. So let's do that. Let's start with the toothpick. The first one we just cut in half. That'll be easy. Did I get it in half? Not exactly half, but I think it's close enough. All right, now we need to make 8 like small ones of these. Let's cut off the tip first. Now we're gonna just assembly line, make 8 of these. Hopefully without firing off the toothpick like a rocket. Alright, we got to make sure we're holding on to the other side of the toothpick. Alright, there's one. Two. Three. Four. We're halfway there. All right. Five. Almost give myself a manicure. All right, 6. Let's see if we have any half pieces in the box. We probably do. Yeah, here's some pieces, yeah. All right, let's get some pieces out of this. All right. I think that's it. I think we just cut this in half. And that's the 2 pieces we need. Yeah, that'll work. There it is. All right. Okay. So we take this. We hold it so we're reading Ugears backwards. The 2 long toothpicks, where do they go? In the middle too? Is that the middle 2 pieces? Yeah, well, I don't know if middle's the right word. The gear, the 2 pieces on the gear, that's where the 2 long pieces go. All right. I remember this was very stabby work. Worried that these long toothpicks going to get me. All right, I'm going to put this one in through the back and then push it down. All right, now, oh, the 2 152s. All right, what board are they on? Board 4. All right, 2 152s. This is board 5. We need board 4. All right, are these the 152s? No, 153, 154, and 159. So there's the 2 152s right there. 152. That's it. That's the piece. Let's pop those 2 out. And let's just take care of them right away. They're going to go onto that door in these 2, these 2 squares. That's where they go. Okay. They go with the slit. Let me show you. You see there's like a slit in the piece. This is the orientation it goes in with the slit. The slit is halfway horizontal, if that makes sense. If not, just look at it. All right. Well, I just stabbed myself with one of these. I didn't break the skin, but do be careful of that. Maybe the 152 should go in before you put in any toothpicks. I didn't put them in first, but thinking about it, the 152 should probably go in first. Probably be less chance of hurting yourself. All right, I'm going to grab, I got this. You know what? I think I'm going to use the metal one as the backing, and I'm going to push in with the wooden one. That's not working. All right, let's use the wooden one as the backing and push in with the metal one. Neither one is working. All right. Wax time. Wax on, wax off. All right, let's try again. All right, the wood on the front and my fingers on the back. That worked. Alright, let's not waste time. Just immediately wax up this other side. We obviously need it. Can't get the other side even started. Might need to sand before waxing. Alright, I got it in. Alright, the two 152s are in. Now we need 4 toothpicks. And the 4 toothpicks, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2Z size of toothpicks. Let's get them in there. I'll get them all started with the needle nose pliers, and then I'll push them into flush. If I can even hold them with the needle nose, maybe this is not going to work. Alright, looks like it worked. Okay, 2. Alright, third one. Oh man. Haste makes waste. I just gotta have a little bit out of the needle nose to get it started. Okay. Are they all started? Alright, I'm going to use this as a backing. I'm going to push them all in. Oh, okay. It didn't go in. It didn't go flying, though, at least. I thought that it would go flying, but it didn't. Alright, let's grab the needle nose and try again. Come on. This better not pop out. I mean, I see it going in. There's no reason for this thing to pop out. Unless I'm pushing it really sideways, which I don't think I am. Alright. There we go. Alright. We got them all in. Okay, this is it. We make this connection. And then we add one more toothpick. And then we're done. I'm going to add the toothpick first, so I don't forget that. So obviously something's going to stick on the other end there. But we don't need to know about that yet. We just need to get it in there. Did it go in? Gently. Alright, I think it's in. I don't want to push it in too far. It'll pop out the piece on that end. Alright, so now what has to happen? Alright, it goes in the back, huh? So it goes on the bottom, in the back. Where do these 152s go? The same side as the window thing. So that's how it goes. So I got to get these 4 toothpicks into these 4 holes, obviously. I recall this was not easy when we did the other door. So it's probably not going to be easy this time either, but we'll get it. You know, we'll get it. I mean, yeah, we know what we're doing, kind of. I mean, not our first rodeo. Not our first Ugears puzzle. Actually, that went way easier than last time. I still have 2 toothpicks, and now I'm sort of thinking, should I finish page 38 before stopping? What's the next thing? All it says is to wax in here. That's the next instruction, wax in there. Alright, maybe we will finish page 38 and get to page 39. Alright. So now they want us to cut 2 toothpicks in half. So that's going to create 4 pieces. So let's call that 418. 2 more toothpicks. I swear we've cut so many toothpicks on this puzzle. It's crazy. Well, it is what it is. Well, we're cutting toothpicks. What can I tell you? Let's cut 2 more. We've come this far. Let's get a couple more. All right. Cut 2 toothpicks in half. 1, 2. I don't think I cut those in half, by the way. I cut them. I don't know that's in half. I was very far off. That's uncharacteristic for me to be that far off, but it is what it is. I cut them, and they weren't in half. All right, so now I think we need all of these pieces. But do we need them all on this page? No. We need 3 of them on this page, and then this 159 we're going to deal with tomorrow. So we're going to deal with this piece and these 2 pieces tonight. So 421. So it looks like we're going to end on 421 and then page 39. That's where we're going to get to for today. Let's wax these gears. You always got to wax the gears. All right, as I recall, there's something tricky here. There's like, as I recall from the other side, one of them has a 1, like a Roman numeral 1 on it, and the other has a Roman numeral 2. And they have to go together with the 2 on the left and the 1 on the right. And then they have these like little dots on them, and the dots go together. Now the problem with that is the dots only go together this way, but it's supposed to be 1 and 2. So that means I'm doing something wrong. Maybe they have to go this way. Now the 1. Okay, yes, that's it. All right, so if they go like this, then the 2 is on the left, the 1 is on the right, and you got the 2 dots together. I don't know if you can see that. There's a 2 on this one, a 1 on this one, and there's dots on both of them. Not sure where the camera can pick that up, but they're there. There's little dots on them. All right. So I have to match that. I'll just try to put them both on at once, because then I know that they're in that pattern. Are those dots still lined up? I'm going to take off my glasses and look. Yeah, they're still lined up. I don't know if you can see that. Actually, this camera focused pretty good when I lifted the piece up to it. Anyway, that's going to roll down the window. The only problem is I wasn't supposed to put that in until I added these 2 pieces to it. But I'll just add the 2 pieces now. I'm fairly confident I can do that. Let's just give it a shot. So the long piece goes on the left side. Short piece goes on the right, which I'll use needle nose to get that one in. Let's give this a little support in the back and a little tap on top, just to make sure that it's quite in there. All right. What do you think? Is that in? Fully in? All right, now let's needle nose the last one on. Last one. All right. It's not going in. All right, there we go. Okay, that's on. All right. So these last two pieces here, they want them in this thing. They want these last two pieces in. And then we have to put this onto this. But they want these in first. Not sure why, but let's do it. All right, let's do that. There we go. Okay. Get that in there. Come on. You got it. All right. So this is the way to hold it. You see there's like this little notch here. And now we're going to put it on top of these two toothpicks. No, there's these two. Yeah. You know what? They don't even do it on this page. We got to go to the next page to do it. It's the top two. It's the top two that it goes on. All right. So they're on. You can see the action, but they're not pinned. So we still can't stop. We got to keep going because they need to be pinned. All right. We're on page 39. That's nice. All right. In order to pin them, we have to put the entire door on. Okay, so it's page 39 that we're going to stop midway on. Although you kind of feel like the only thing on the bottom half of 39 is putting this 159 on. So actually, I think we're going to finish another page because it's a really quick page. It starts off with a 3-piece section, but that's just building the door. That's 157, 158, and 180. And these are on board 4. 157, 180, and 180. This is board 4. So, all right, so there's the door. And that's 180. And then we 157, 158. And those are right there. 157 and 158 are right there in the corner. All right, let's grab those pieces and attach them to that door. So basically we did a door. This whole episode was a door, but it's kind of like it's the second door. We had already done the first door. So probably you could have fast forwarded through this whole episode, to be honest with you. All right, so this 158, it attaches to the side. Like you have this vent on the left side and you have this half circle on the left side, and then you're going to attach it the short side closer to the circle and the tall side. You see how it's like that's the tall side, that's the short side. It's subtle, but it's there. Anyway, short goes here, tall goes there. Let's see if that piece goes in. All right, it's lined up. Just got to pop it in. 1, 2. All right, now the 157 goes on the other side. I got to tell you, it's not really clear where that goes. Let me see here. 157. They say to grease it first, to wax it first. All right, 157. Where's that going to go? It's really not clear. All right, let's look at our other door. No, we can't because it's on the inside. Actually, I can see it. It's right there. So it's like underneath the short end of the handle. So here, that's where it goes, right there. Assuming I got it right the first time on the other half of the door, then that's where it goes. With the sort of vertically, so you can see the slit in it being in the middle, slit in the middle. All right, let's pop that baby in. Come on. All right. Come on. Dang it. We're almost done. But this piece is not cooperating. All right. Before we break it, we'll attempt waxing it. It's worked every time so far tonight. There's a little wax and the piece goes right in. There we go. Now, what next? Now, this is the big connection. Before we make it, they want us to check that these toothpicks are right. I think they're right. I don't see any problem. They're right, I think. And then they want us to connect this door. The handle goes on the outside. So it's like this. It's a lot of connections we're about to make. These two toothpicks go in the middle. These other ones go through these various, you see there's like slit here, circle here. Goes through those various connections. They want the window kind of open. Not open, up. They want the window up when you make this connection. There's a lot of little pins down here. Just get one of them, and then they all should start falling in line. Yeah, you gotta make sure things are lined up before you squeeze. Otherwise, you're gonna pop things out rather than put them in, which is the goal. Yeah, is this one lined up? It looks like it's lined up, but for some reason the toothpick is like a huge toothpick. It doesn't want to go in. All right. This window got messed up. I'm not sure what's going on in there. All right, it's back to normal. Back to how it should be. We're getting there. I don't think anything's too messed up yet that it can't be fixed. All right, that's on. Everything is on. Nope, not everything. This one in the back is not on. I think the same one gave us problems on the other side. These two, really. All right. Gotta get in close. Apologies that I'm off camera. Basically, you gotta get those pieces in there. And I gotta get them lined up before I can squeeze them. And I can't see them really. So I gotta take the glasses off to line them up. Alright, feels like it went in. I have no idea. Put my glasses back on and look. All right, let's go to the close-up camera. See if we can see what the hell's going on in there. They're not through. They're definitely not through. I don't know why they felt like they were going through. Not sure what was going on there, but they're not through yet. Maybe I was pushing them off. Like pushing them off the back. And that's the movement that I felt. I mean, these are like fragile pieces, and I'm squeezing them with significant force to try to get them, all these little pins through. Look at all that space there. Those obviously needs to be tighter than that. And you don't see the pieces coming out here. This end. It's not lined up. Remember how those pieces were like slanted? Now we're paying the price for that. Because they went in slanted, they're not lined up. Ooh, I just got 2 scratches on my fingers. Like right there and there. They didn't draw blood, so that's good. But I gotta clean that. Glad this stream's about to end for the night. Alright, let's see here. It's a little jammed. But I remember that happened on the other side too. And then I went in here and I waxed these pieces. And then I manipulated them with this, and then it started working. Not perfect, but I think we can get it to work. Yep, there we go. It's working. Although it's not going all the way up. On the other side, it was going all the way up. On this side, it's not. Did these gears get misaligned at one point? This definitely is a little crazy. Let's push that through. Alright, let's see if we can get these gears going. Well, I don't know why this one doesn't raise on this side. I don't want to break anything. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Alright, let's see what the next instruction is. I'll worry about that door later. I mean, I know how it works. Alright, the next instruction is cutting. No. It's putting on, where is that piece? Oh man. It was like a circle piece. What do we do with it? I can't find it. Oh, it's still here. Okay, we gotta pop it out. Alright, that's gonna be the thing that moves the window down. And it's gonna go on this piece that goes through this like C shape. That's where it goes, on top of that piece. And then once that's on there, we cut these 3 long toothpicks. Yep, cut the 3 long toothpicks. I'm sure these will come in handy some other time. Just get them flush and cut them. Alright. So that's our door. That's it. They say to try to use the window, to roll down the window. This one's not going as smooth as the other side. I mean, it is moving. Something's a little off. I'm not going to worry about it tonight. But here's the good news. That's page 40. I believe it's piece 422 once we added this 159. So that's it. We made it to page 40 of 76. We've already used 422 pieces. And we're making some decent progress. Come back for day 18, which will likely be tomorrow. Good night. See you tomorrow.